Remember, before doing any activity, make sure you have permission from an adult to participate and ask them for help if you need it. Also, please check your surroundings and make sure you're in an appropriate location for the activity. Think about the objects and the people around you. Please make sure messy activities are completed outside, in a kitchen, or in another craft area. Most importantly, have fun. Please contact us if you have any questions. Email us at programs@sherwoodforeststl.org or 314-644-3322.
Alright, so let's begin with working some balance. Both of the feet will be stacked right under the hips. Shoulders rolled back, spines tall and long. Let's start first by just shifting the weight onto the right side of both feet. So we're taking a slight lean, and let's shift to the other side. While we're doing this, we want to keep both feet planted on the ground. Just work on shifting your center of balance from one foot to the other. And then let's shift backwards. If you need to lift your toes off, that's okay, but we want to still keep the feet on the floor. Let's shift forwards. Keep the heels down. Do that a few more times, shifting back and forth. And then we're gonna start to do small circles. The arms will go wherever help you feel balanced. We wanna keep our feet rooted on the floor as best we can while we're doing our circles. And remember, we're breathing deep here. And let's shift circles the other direction. Like invisible, slow motion hula hooping. So let's start to shift back to the center. So we should feel pretty balanced and grounded here on both feet. So let's practice balancing with just one foot. And we'll start with the right foot first. So let's start to lift off the left foot. Come onto the toes. And then we're going to turn the knee out and rest the foot on the standing leg. So we're in a rooted tree here. Let's put the hands on the hips. Our fingers are pointing forward in the same direction as our rooted foot. Okay, so this is our rooted tree. If you are feeling very balanced today, we can try to float the bottom foot either right on the shin or above the knee, but we never want to press onto the knee. That's unsafe for that joint. So we want to keep the foot either right below the knee, right above the knee, or if you want to stay in your rooted tree today, that's always an option. We'll stay for just 5 more breaths wherever you are. The hands will go wherever is needed to keep your balance. It's helpful to find one non-moving point to look at, and wherever we're standing, if we're swaying, if the body's moving, that's great, but we want to continue our deep breathing wherever we're standing. So let's stay here for just now 2 more breaths. And with the last exhale, as slowly as we can, we're going to touch down. Both feet. And before hitting the other side, let's do a forward fold. So feet together. Stand up tall. Inhale, palms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Take 3 breaths here. Shake the head no. When you're ready, let's inhale the arms back up top and get ready to balance on the other side. So we'll begin with the other foot. I'm on the left side this time, so we'll start to put the weight into the left foot and take it out of the right. So coming into a balance on the toe first. A small rooted tree next. And then we'll take several breaths here to explore the pose to your level, wherever you feel comfortable today, either below or above the knee, but never directly on the knee. Find your fixed point to watch to keep your balance, and the arms and hands will go wherever you feel are needed. If you want to challenge, maybe try to reach them overhead. Continue the deep breathing. It's okay to touch down the foot and pick it back up if you feel. That's totally normal. Just 3 more breaths. If you really, really want to challenge, you can try to close your eyes. When you're ready, with your last exhale, I'm going to slowly, carefully touch down both feet. Relax the arms, and we'll take another fold to let that all go. So let's inhale our palms up. Exhale, fold forward. This time let's hold on to either elbow and sway side to side. Inhale, arms out and back overhead, and exhale down our center. Okay. Next we will come into our triangle pose. Legs are wider than the hips. Hands are on the hips. Stand up tall, relax the shoulders away from the ears, and we'll start by pointing our right foot towards the top of the mat. The back foot stays just where it is, and with the hands on the hips, pointers out. We want our pointers to point and be in line with our back foot. Both legs stay straight. We're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, and as we exhale, we're going to trace the right arm down the right leg into our triangle pose. We can look past our gaze at the bottom hand or the top hand, or just neutral into the center. And we'll explore this shape for just 3 to 5 breaths. Maybe it would be fun to circle the top arm around a few times. Feel that out. We should be feeling a nice big stretch on the side body here, and also in the legs. And both legs are straight the whole time. Getting to our last breaths. And when we feel strong and ready, we're going to take a deep inhale and lift ourselves back up to center. Both feet come into line with one another, hands on the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold forward. Let's take 5 breaths here just to relax the spine, release the weight of your head, let it be heavy. Take 3 more deep breaths. Place the hands on the hips. Inhale to stand ourselves back upright, and take our triangle pose on the other side. So now the left foot pivots out towards the top of the mat. Right foot stays where it is, hands on the hips, pointers out, and let's point our hips towards the front. So they're in line with the back foot. Inhale, stand up tall, relax the shoulders, and exhale, slide the arm down the leg for our other side triangle pose. Take our deep breaths here. One side may feel very different from the other, so we'll just explore what feels good on this side. Continue to deep breathe. Feel strong in both legs. Feel strong and ready. With a deep inhale, we're going to lift ourselves up with the strength of our tummies. Lift up. Both feet face in the same direction. Hands on the hips. Stand up tall and fold forward. This time we're going to take our 2-piece fingers and reach for our big toes on either feet. Pull on your feet. Bow out your elbows or bow them out to the side. Use this leverage that we're getting from pulling on the feet to Stretch the spine long, reach the head towards the floor. And take 3 deep breaths here, as deep as we can today. And when you're done, let's walk the hands under the shoulders. And then for a bonus, we're going to walk them between the legs as far as you can. If your head touches on the floor, hooray. Few more deep breaths there. And then we're going to walk the hands back under the shoulders. And tiptoe, heel toe, the feet a little bit closer together. And we're going to come directly into a frog squat or a yogi squat. Okay, so we're going to sit our spine up tall, resituate the feet. Your heels might touch, they might float. We'll stay in our squat, maybe walk side to side, get comfortable here. And then we're going to do something called frog squats. So we'll walk the feet as close together as feels comfortable. Heels touch or they don't, it's your choice. Hands back to the floor. We want to stay on the fingertips. The palms are guarding a bug underneath. Okay, and we're going to inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to straighten the knees and fold forward. So one of them will look and sound with the breath something like this. Deep inhale and exhale. Inhale to squat back down, and exhale to extend the legs. So we'll do maybe 10 or 11 together. I'll count with us and do my best to breathe. So you guys don't worry about the counting, just work on your deep breathing with the movement. So we inhale as we're squatting, exhale 1, inhale squat, exhale 2, inhale squat, exhale 3, inhale squat, exhale 4, inhale squat, exhale 5, we're halfway through, inhale squat, exhale 6, inhale squat, exhale 7, inhale squat, exhale 8, inhale squat, exhale 9, inhale for a frog squat, and exhale 10, and one bonus one, inhale our last little frog, exhale our last fold. Let's stay in our fold. Sway from side to side. Let the head be heavy. And when you're ready, with a deep inhale, we're going to reach the arms out and back all the way to a stand. Exhale, palms reach down to the heart. Awesome job. So we should be feeling pretty warm, pretty limber. And I think we're ready to come down and do some seated stretches. So we'll sit on the floor, feet together in a bound butterfly. So the hands can either hold the ankles or cradle the feet. So let's flutter the wings of a butterfly so the knees bounce up and down. And we want to make sure our spine is tall here like an antenna. So we're lifting the spine, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face, continuing our deep breathing. And then let's slow the legs to a stop. We're going to extend one leg long, and then we'll trace the arm down the leg. Our opposite arm comes out and up towards the ceiling for a side stretch. Stay here for 3 breaths. And our extended toes on this foot, our toes are either flexed or pointed so that the entire leg's active, part of the stretch. Let's inhale to sit ourselves back up tall and switch the legs. If you want to challenge, we want to switch them with the arms up. So see if we can float the legs to the other side. If you need to use your hands, feel free. Toes are pointed or flexed. And then we're going to take our opposite side stretch. 3 deep breaths here, and continue to reach the fingertips like there's a piece of fruit that's just out of your reach. Reach for it anyways. And let's inhale back to our center. If you can, again without the hands, come back into a butterfly. And we're going to take a fold forward here. Try to smell your toes. Stay here for 3 deep breaths of those nice smelly feet. And when we're ready, we're going to sit up with an inhale. And we're going to, one at a time, pick up our butterfly wings. Okay? And we'll pick one up, send it forward, and the other side. Just one at a time. If you're feeling adventurous, you can try both at the same time without falling backwards. Maybe keeping them together, or it might be easier to float them apart. You can just take some time to explore your butterfly wings. Maybe turn them into phones. See if you can reach your feet to your ear. Maybe if you're feeling particularly adventurous, see if you can reach one behind the head. Not today, and that's okay. So take just maybe 3 more breaths exploring our butterfly, and we'll meet then in a horse pose. Seated horse pose, legs are spread wide. We're sitting up tall, and we're going to take some side bends here. So we'll just reach towards one foot and the other. We want to make sure that our spine is very tall and strong here. We're not slouching or slumping to one side. We're lifting and extending. You want to add in an overhead arm. Let's do just one more on either side. And then we're going to take one fold down the middle, sit up tall. Our toes are pulling back towards the knees, or if you prefer to point, as long as they're not just falling here. Feet are on board, they're awake, they're alive with us. So inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, walk forward as far as we can go. You're in no competition with anyone but yourself. We'll find where the edge of our stretch is and stay here for just 5 breaths. Continue to keep the shoulders relaxed away from the ears, relax the face. Focus on the deep, slow, steady breathing. Just 3 more breaths now. When you feel ready, we'll sit ourselves back upright. Legs will come together. Plant the feet down. We're getting ready to lay down on our backs. So we'll sit up tall first, and you can hold on to the thighs, or you can float the hands. We're going to see how slow we can lay down. So we're going to inhale, and with a slow motion exhale, we're going to lay ourselves down. Okay, so now that we're here, let's walk the feet closer to our seat. Our hands are palms down, fingertips pointed towards the feet. If they're touching, that's great. Otherwise, let's walk the feet as close to the hands as we can. From here, we're going to take a bridge pose. So with the hands pressing down onto the floor, as well as the arms, we're going to lift up the hips, press away from the floor with the arms. let's lower back down. We'll come right back into this, but first let's make sure our neck and shoulders are not getting cramped. So the shoulders are tucked under, so we'll walk the fingertips, and then the chin is also tucked towards the chest. So the forehead is above the chin. So once we are feeling set up there, we can lift the hips away again. Can walk the shoulders underneath you. Stay here for 5 breaths. And with your last exhale, we'll lower down. Draw both knees close into the chest. Give yourself a hug. You can rock side to side. We're cooling down now. Now let's extend both feet towards the ceiling. And for just about 30 seconds, we're going to sit here and wiggle our toes, wiggle our feet, roll the ankles out, bicycle the feet. Do whatever you'd like with your legs as long as they are above you. So getting a little bit of an inversion in. All right, about 10 more seconds. And then let's hug the knees close to the chest again. Getting ready for the most important part of the practice is the rest. So when you feel ready to rest, let's extend both legs long towards the corners of the mat. Our arms can come out away from the body, palms facing up. Get as comfortable as you possibly can. Again, we want the forehead to be above the chin, so we can just slightly tuck the chin under. We'll take some time here to rest. Relax the body, relax the face, and allow the breath to move freely here with a relaxed body for the remainder of practice. So with the eyes closed, the body relaxed, we'll stay here and feel free to stay here as long as your schedule allows. That will be the end of this practice today. Whenever you're ready to come back to your day, just take your time, slowly sit up, slowly open your eyes, and welcome back the rest of your